brand new episode, brand new week.
Kenzie on the mic.
Awab, baby.
Flamingos podcast.
Podcast, man. That's a shit. Let's go.
You just tuned in to the Flamingos podcast. This is Yod.
And Awab.
And let's go.
أخبارك شو؟
والله يا أخي
الدنيا.
الحمد لله. الحمد لله.
أنا was just googling bi-weekly ولا bi-monthly طبعا.
What?
I don't know. It just crossed my mind.
Bi-weekly, bi-monthly.
Yeah, like what
You're
the
just putting
difference
in new ideas.
No, what the difference
that
is
we do
between
not. Bi-monthly is a month yes, month no. Bi-weekly is
apparently
a week yes, week no.
Apparently, what I just googled is that they both can mean bi-weekly can mean twice a week or
Bi-monthly?
twice a month.
Okay.
Bi-monthly can mean twice a month or every 2 months.
Which is but
يعني
to us
بخش-
is a wrong.
خاشين منطقة مشتركة كده.
To a certain extent, yes, but it differs when it's a bi-monthly. يعني إنه لأنه a month yes, a month no. That's where it's.
ما هو they both can mean the same. It's not wrong to say bi-weekly or bi-monthly. ما
تقدر تقول bi-monthly؟
بديك المعلومة
تقول
يعني.
bi-monthly؟
لا بديك المعلومة وانت بعدك تختار
تختار
تعمل
ده.
باش في دنيتك دي.
This is episode 134 of your show. Thank you for everybody that been tuning in week in, week out. Thank you for everybody that been DMing, texting, let us know what they think. Thank you for everybody that also saw us out there and approached us.
Showed love, man.
And showed love. Yo, it was insane. I wanted to start with that. The love that we got in Bred event, it was immaculate, if
It was
I
a
may
crazy-
say. It was
crazy
a
week
crazy
too.
one. Crazy week, hectic. Me and Awab driving every day, looking at each other, bro. I'm dead tired. But then we go like, you know what? Yes, this is what we want.
At
This
the
is
moment
it.
we get there, the exhaustion is gone.
Oh yeah, definitely. The energy resets by itself.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa. But yeah, it's crazy. It's nice. It's dope. I loved it. I love the energy, and we're gonna recap that. How you doing, Awab?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm starting to enter, or I think I'm. يعني شنو? I think I'm gonna start entering. Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna start entering the. You know, remember that nomad phase that you had?
Yes, salam.
أيوة.
Al-Itta you used to make fun of.
And I used to call you homeless. And I'm starting to discover, مش discover, لكن I'm getting into that conclusion or into that place where I think that's what I need to do at this point.
شكرا جزيلا. شكرا.
But ما الزول بعدين يعني بتعلم من غلط الآخرين. I'm trying to implement ways where it takes less of a toll
Okay.
on me,
Okay.
you know, because I've seen you do it, and I've seen the toll it took on you.
Yeah.
So I want to go like I'm
In a different approach to a certain extent. Okay.
to try to learn from
But then
the mistakes.
it falls under the same umbrella.
Yeah, and it's
Thank
nice
you very
too.
much.
Bro,
I love it.
It's a nice
I
phase.
love it. I miss it.
Yeah, it is a nice.
I actually miss it.
Bro, there's so much freedom in it. That's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous amount of freedom that you don't really know
See,
that you needed in your life.
but I have a problem that I'm facing right now. With all of that nomad lifestyle, that nomad blah, 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 whatever it is, and being easily or being in control of you being able to detach from anything emotionally. Part of you being a nomad is you have not to be attached to anything around you, right? I kid you not, I'm maybe 95% there, right? Of easy not being attached to anything. Yet my emotional yacht kicks in here and there, you know? And that's something that I try to also overcome. Yet you start losing yourself to a certain extent.
That's true.
That I started feeling emotionless with way too many things. I started not being able to enjoy a lot of things. I started not being able to
You're not able to be present
in plenty of stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, you know, and there is a problem that I started to face right now. And other than that, I don't know how you are going to tackle that, but for me, I also as well, because of the time that I started spending alone and not caring and blah 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 about a lot of stuff that is around me, it gets very, very lonely. Very lonely.
See, that's what. Okay.
Like no. Very
Yeah.
lonely.
Yeah, I understand that part. Like in what's different with my implementation is, or how I think I'm going to approach that aspect of it is, because I even mentioned it to you last time. And no, are you alone or are you lonely? And sometimes being lonely ما له علاقة بوجود الناس حواليك.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, even when there are people around me,
You still feel
Yeah, you know?
So I'm trying to, and I've always been kind of for myself. I think I've been kind of a loner. I enjoy my own company.
you
a
had
lot.
those phases where you would go and then all of a sudden you shut down everything around you.
Yeah. So I had that, and I know how to be with myself. I know how to be alone, but not lonely.
Okay.
I think I've developed that. Even considering the way I was raised in الحاجة دي, because I have يعني my difference from my closest sibling is 7 years. So I've always been alone, enjoying my own company, even as I grew up. So الحاجة دي, I don't think it's gonna be a factor بالنسبة لي. لكن I do get what you mean, لأنه مرات كثيرة that loneliness, that feeling that you want to share what you have or what you did or what you
it kills.
what you
It
feel.
kills. Till date, it kills.
Yeah. So that's an important part. Another thing is that I've actually been into this book. Remember what's it called? The Kendrick Lamar album, Big Steppers. حاجة المهم, his last album. There's this guy that speaks.
We're that way out of music, huh?
Eckhart Tolle.
Okay.
يلا.
Big
Apparently,
Moral and Mr. Moral and Big Steppers.
and Big Steppers. That same author that speaks in that album, he has a book.
Was there an author speaking?
Yeah, when he talks to Kendrick, مش في زول كده, he talks to Kendrick في الskits.
Really? But that's how I stopped listening to this album, and I don't care about Kendrick anymore.
المهم, this guy is an author. He has a bestseller book called The Power of Now.
Okay. They're all bestseller books. Let me stop you there. Any book that I've seen, it's a bestseller
It's a
book.
bestseller book.
I wonder where.
أظن they pick the website اللي عجبهم ولقوا فيهم number 1 هم وخلاص. المهم, this
This
book,
is your number one podcast.
this book teaches you how to be present. يعني
Okay.
how to not be lonely. مش يعني بتعلمك في حاجات
Socially?
كثيرة. Not socially.
Okay.
With like it's all inner
Okay.
things to
Okay.
work
From
through.
within yourself.
From within yourself. How
Okay.
to work within yourself, how to be present, how
Okay.
to. And one of the things that's in that book that really فتحت لي مخي كده, يعني خلتني هنا إنه بيقول لك one of the concepts. It's a whole chapter about you. It's called "You Are Not Your Mind."
Okay.
And how people are so used to الناس that are overthinkers, that like you مثلا.
Is it that you treat your mind like a whole different person?
No, it's that you have to realize that your mind is a tool,
Okay.
and don't let your mind control you.
Oh, okay.
You control your mind.
But then how is
a
that?
lot of us, how is that? The book explains
How many pages?
It's not a lot. It's a
Okay.
small book. Like, and it kind of walks you through
Okay.
that way. No, into how you disassociate yourself from your mind. لأنه إحنا our whole identity, our ego, or أي حاجة is in our mind.
Yeah.
فأنت كيف تفصل روحك من الحاجة دي؟
Okay.
وكيف إنه أنت, what he says is become an observer
Okay.
of yourself. You observe yourself, you observe your mind, and you learn how to use your mind as a tool to overcome what you need to overcome, and don't let it control you with overthinking and negative feelings. And لأنه في النهاية our emotions come from our mind والحاجات دي.
Agreed.
It's very useful في الحاجة دي. And I've been getting into that book, also trying to take away things that will help me in that nomad phase that I'm approaching. So it's I actually recommend it. You want it? I'll pass it to you.
It's been a very what?
I'll pass it to you after I'm done.
Yeah, but it's been a very long time I didn't read a book. I stopped reading books to a certain extent because I've read too many until I was maybe 16, 18, right? And then I stopped because I started believing in every book that I'm reading this person's journey or whomever it is,
Yeah.
right? For us as a human being or people, we would take what's
Exactly.
and then implement it on us, right?
Right.
But this is the problem. It's not all of us. We don't all of us do that, right?
We try to become the person
That
in
person,
the book.
how to become a millionaire, blah. How to become a better leader, blah. Do this and that, blah. No, I started going into a phase where. So I'm reading this book. Why am I not the one who can make this? For a certain extent. So I implement my own way without the effect
ما هو أنت
of anyone else.
You take what you can. You take the pointers that you can apply to your life.
Yeah.
لأنه في النهاية زي ما أنت قلت, you did not have the same journey that this author
None,
had.
yeah.
And the circumstances that led him to writing
Whatever
this book or
he is,
becoming
yeah.
successful are not the same circumstances that you have. لكن there are aspects of the way of thinking مثلا or the application or هنا that you can actually implement and benefit
From that book, yeah.
from that book that you take and apply to your life. That's what makes sense. ده الزول المنطقي المفروض يعمل كده. لكن في ناس ما منطقية طبعا.
لكن I don't know. I still have it. I used to love reading books. Now I just don't enjoy them anymore as well.
أنا واحدة one of my biggest problems with a lot of books, especially the self-improvement والحاجات دي, is when they talk about social aspects or religious aspects or حاجات دي. إحنا كناس مثلا مسلمين, a lot of the aspects, the religious aspects or social aspects, متضاربة مع الكلام اللي بيتقال
That is
في.
being said, yeah.
But
you can also take what is not
So a lot of people take that
and implement
and
whatever
implement
it
it
is.
بغلطه, عرفتها?
That's true.
And that's not right. يعني you have your own mind. You need to think for yourself if this actually
Works or not.
works or not with your beliefs and your system.
I agree, yeah. That's why I tell you that, you know what? Nah, I stopped and I started like خلاص, I tackle things the way that I think they are, because he did mistakes that led him to write this book, with the results, blah, blah, blah. I would still go through mine and create my own, whatever it is.
If you were to create a book, هيكون عن شنو? Would it be about self-improvement?
No, it would be how to stay hungry to a certain extent. How to maintain your hunger.
How to maintain your hunger?
Hungriness.
And how do you maintain your hunger?
That's a book. I'm not gonna give away.
شوية كده
No,
ادينا
sorry.
حاجتين.
That's a book.
Okay.
No, but it's just that you have to stay in the mindset where you don't be comfortable. That's and I've spoke about that more than once.
So basically,
You just have to not stay, comfortable. And in the book, I would just give, examples, journeys, blah, 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 whatever it is. And then we move to chapters, and all of that. There's how you stay hungry. There's how to stay consistent. There's blah, 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 blah. A lot of stuff, that you can maintain all of that. It's I love living not comfortable. Once I start getting comfortable, I start getting tired.
يلا, that's what I wanted to say about not getting too comfortable. ما هو أنت your motivation starts seeking comfort, seeking that.
Yes.
And then
علق هناك.
Then you're never gonna be يعني
yes.
You're never gonna achieve your goal.
No, you do achieve your goals, but you have a goal. You have a big frame that has a goal, right? And then you just have a lot of steps in that frame, right, to reach to that whole painting or whatever it is, right? You have to a lot of this is what خلاص تكبر الفريم تكبر عرفت. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Your ambition gets bigger because once you start for example, so once you graduate from university, what's your first goal that becomes? Getting a job, getting a house, being settled, right?
ما هو your goals change as you grow.
How many people you know what? Never mind. How many people in your life have you met that really know what do they want in life?
Marketing.
How many people do they discover what they want in life in the process? That's where you meet a lot of people that is like that. But how many have you actually met that do really know what do they want in this life? A house, what is it called? Being settled. These are not real goals. I don't see them as real goals. No, this is not what you really want in life.
Okay.
What you really want in life is something to make a difference. Is something to create an impact. Is something to have a result. That's having being settled, having a house, having a family, whatever it is. These are results or sub stuff.
I think these
of
are
a whole.
necessities. But more
Yeah,
than,
they're a given, you know, at the end of the day. But what do you? And this is something that once I sit down with people, usually I do actually. What do you really want in life? I just sit down with people and they just. How many have really thought about that? That's something that as an observer of people, I sit down and I go like, how many people do I know that really do know what do they want in life?
طيب, and is that way of life or that way of thinking?
It gets you to be motivated. After
Gets you
that.
to be motivated, but are you satisfied?
No, satisfaction. See, I've never believed in satisfaction as in at the end result. Your satisfaction comes throughout the journey of what you're going to, you know, because you might even reach that goal that you set for yourself,
And you're still
and
not.
it turns out this is not something that you've wanted, but yet you've enjoyed the process, you know, of reaching to that
Yeah.
goal. You know, this is my fulfillment. To me, this is
it's
the
in the
place.
journey, basically.
Yes, the journey itself is what I die for. This is something that that makes me, you know, ignite with fire. You know, all of that. Might reach eventually and just get bored. Whatever you know. So you have to seek something else. Okay, so bigger goal. Okay, the journey for that. Let's go. That's how it is. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
But
Okay, that's interesting.
but yeah. What else?
Well, besides the nomad phase, I know we haven't recorded in a while
Yeah.
since Bred
We've
and all
missed
that.
a lot of events.
Yeah, but a lot of things have been happening in Sudan. Like for me, trying to stay in that mental focus and knowing what's happening. For me, knowing what's happening in Sudan with family and the whole situation, and like we all know how bad it is and what's going on. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. Like, no, it's one of the things, because we always talk about podcasts being therapy for us,
Sure.
kind of.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about that and how that concerns me and how that's kind of messed up as happening. And it's, bro, like I don't know. I don't even know, because everything is just كده مع بعض.
That's true.
It's messed up and it's mixed up. Like
It's crazy. To me, when I first started reading the news, I was like, you know, okay, it's something that has been happening for a while. You know, we've known now it's been happening for a couple of years.
Yeah.
It gets back a bit quiet, and then you know it happens again.
It keeps, yeah.
And then it goes back quiet, and then it happens back again. But now, when it first happened, I was like, whoa! It looks like
it was a big one.
This is a big, real one, you know, because you have two forces that are, you know, doing a lot of. It's about two forces, and then you have a lot of casualties in the middle.
Yeah.
Which is the people, you know, and like, this is the battleground, which is wrong, completely wrong. You know, it's not something that. And I have a lot of friends over there. You know, I have a lot of friends that have families over there. That keep checking with this and that, this and that. It's heartbreaking to see this happening, especially in Sudan, as a country that I love as well.
Yeah.
You know,
I
I've
remember
never been there.
You actually wanted to go there.
Exactly,
Yeah.
you know, and every time that I decide that I want to go to Sudan, something breaks up, you know. So I stopped deciding to go to Sudan. even after this, you know, finishing, and inshallah, there's a lot of stuff that been happening. There's a lot of murders that are happening. There's a lot of robberies that there are people who take advantage of certain.
طبعا. It's one of the biggest problems that's
Yes.
happening right now in Sudan, bro. يعني اللي هم احنا بنسميهم تجار الازمات.
Yeah.
ده هم انا بالنسبه لي ده الاسوأ من
Yeah.
من
The
الحاصل.
what's
لأنه-
happening itself.
لأنه you're literally people are going through all this getting kicked out of their homes, forced to go to places that they don't know.
Yeah.
And to the fortunate people that can actually afford it.
Yeah.
بيمشوا.
Yeah.
So a lot of people in Sudan that can't even afford to leave the country عرفتها? And they just have to stay there and live with these things and بتلقى houses being robbed عرفتها bro الناس دي بتخش البيوت they kick people out of their homes. It's the whole situation is getting is increasing. الوضع قاعد يسوء and the whole gist of the situation is that us as a people we're the ones suffering from it.
The people that are living there, of course, and the people that are outside, they're concerned about their family members
man,
over
and-
there, and yet the problem is that you feel like you're
Helpless.
exactly because you can't do anything. You can't. Sending money is it's not a thing anymore. Like it's not gonna get anyone
Half
to do
the time it
anything
doesn't even work.
other than it being or you being able to transfer. What they're gonna do with it?
Yeah.
Over there right now, you know. Safety is the main core issue over here, you know. Safety is the problem, of all of this, that you feel helpless where you can't get your family members to be safe, you know, your cousins, your friends, your close ones, your loved ones, whomever it is, you know, you can't. To me, what's happening in Sudan right now, and I have my cousin who came from Syria now, and he was explaining to me how things are in Syria right now. And me looking at what's happening now in Sudan, it reminds me back when it first what happened in Syria, you know. Yet I really hope it doesn't
get to
evolve to how it became in Syria as well. But it is similar, you know. And I'm not trying to take away or anything from that, but it's hopes of this not to develop as big as this, you know, like it's a crazy time we live in right now with all of those stuff. It's really crazy. It boggles my mind that all of these forces all over the world, the countries, they praise and speak about, oh yeah, we are here for the people, we're here for the, you know, we're here for the and then once something breaks off, they are there for themselves only.
Yeah.
They're none for any claims that they've had, you know, before.
The same energy, bro.
Exactly, you know. And you have people dying, you have people that need medicine, you have people that, you know, they get stuck and nobody's saving them. You have people that they're sick and they can't get off the country, no help, no nothing, you know, from these forces that are creating all of this havoc. It's just crazy where we are as human beings, as where Earth is right now at these times is.
Hey man, زي ما قالوا I don't want to get too much into it لكن علامات الساعة يعني.
لا ما للدرجة دي ذاتك يعني. لازم ما للدرجة.
لكن we're not to harp too long on it. Thoughts and prayers to everyone in Sudan, everyone all over the world that's going through something like this. I know our focus right now we're talking about Sudan, لكن الحاجة دي حاصلة في العالم كله, بتحصل في حتت كتيرة, and it's just trying to shed a light on it يعني.
Support. If you know how to support. If you know how to send money, do that. If you know how to, you know, get someone out of where they're stuck, do that. You know, don't just stay there and, you know, do nothing.
Yeah.
It's, in any way that you can support, do it. But yeah, just like what Awab said, thoughts, man, prayers for everybody out there, and I'm sorry for everybody that really is going through that or lost someone in that. It is tough. You know, I'm not gonna come here and say like I understand and I feel you. Yeah, I've went through too many stuff from family members in my country yet. I'm never gonna come and say, yeah, I do feel you, I do, because every person has his own capacity in, facing or feeling the tragedies or whatever that they're going through. But moving on. So, Bred event.
Yep.
We came here to talk about that you might have seen if you do follow us on Instagram on Flamingos Pod.
Or if you went there, actually.
Or if you saw us over there. We had our own sessions over there to record, to do interviews, and then last day we got interviewed as well. Oh, it's fame life, man.
It's
But yo,
لازم تكون دايرة يعني.
Bred event. We've talked about the necessity of this for the culture in Abu Dhabi. We've talked about this as something that is nice, yet we went with no expectations at all, you know, because it's the first year. And to me, whenever I spoke to anyone about this, I was like, you know what? No judgment of this is going to be mainly a learning, for maybe next year if it's happening, or for whatever it is, right? But I was surprised.
But it was, I was going to say technically.
I was surprised from day one. Because the footfall on day one, during a weekday, it was proper.
Yeah.
It was good number. It was there, Performances, first day as well, I was like, whoa, It was sick. Oh, It was something. I loved it. Going through the second day, I was like, whoa, okay, more numbers are coming. Weekends there, bro. I didn't even feel like I was in Abu Dhabi, but I was in an Abu Dhabi that I didn't know about. It reached to an extent while me just walking, I was looking around, I was like, whoa, the number of people, this and that.
It's a lot. It's a lot, yeah, man.
And what I loved about it was the size of the whole event. It wasn't something so broad that you would, if you call me, I would need 10 minutes to reach. Or I love that.
I didn't. I wanted it to be bigger, to be honest.
Nah, I actually, for our first year, I loved that. You do not need to make it a very big area at all. You need to make it as good as what you have,
The good thing about it is, even though like what I thought about the area, it being, I want it to be bigger, like in what we had in that area was enough, يعني.
If fulfilled.
It took a lot more than I expected it.
And you never know, next year maybe it'll be bigger. Why not?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that, But with all the retail shops over there, with all the, the food stations that were there, with all the activities, bro, there was a DJ in every corner that you walk over there that you don't know. All right, and then we were going through that. Like, where are you? I'm in a sneaker district. All right, where are you? I'm in amongst few. Where are you? I'm in okay, I'll see you now. Okay, I'll meet you there. There was so much to do.
There's a lot going on.
In 4 or 5 days, there was so much to be. There was so much. And on top of that, we had sessions that we had to record at that time. And then after we're done from these sessions, we just automatically, every person leaves, and we just discover what's happening for the night.
I remember we actually chilled together outside of our sessions, maybe once or twice. Maybe twice.
Yeah.
Like
but then you would just...
And then everybody just goes their own way.
Just go, And it was, I lost my voice. I attended every concert that was there. I've met a lot of people. I've got to know a lot of people. And this is what we wanted. This is exactly what we needed. A place that is nice, that is dope, represents the culture. You had all the brands that were local made brands. You had most of these food stations that is over there. Bro, the pizza place that is a Mina that I've been trying to catch up with my whole entire life. I tried the pizza finally over there.
Aye.
You know?
And I still went, or I want to go for the pizza again.
Yeah.
But انا ما اعرف المحل ده بيفتح 200 ولا بيقفل 200.
Just check on Instagram. Their Instagram. You can find that.
No, because I went there twice.
Listen, I tried to hunt the place down more than once before. It just didn't work out for me.
Apparently it's in Miza now.
It's in Miza? Or they're doing a
Or
pop-up in Miza?
No. It's not Miza. Like in Mina Zayed area.
No, it isn't. It's always been in Mina. I've always tried to catch it over there, but I don't know. Just even
Close at 8.
No, yeah. It's but yeah, you know, you would sit down, you would meet a lot of people, and people were, you know, they're happy to connect. It was so nice that you would meet people that they were like, hey, yeah, and what do you do? And then they would discuss normally, well, what about you? Oh, yo, that's cool.
The engagement, the community was there.
It was dope. A shout out to everybody that was there. Shout out to everybody that presented Abu Dhabi. Shout out to everybody that put this together. You know, it was something that we needed, us as a community in Abu Dhabi. It was something that well represented for us as a community in Abu Dhabi. And shout out to everybody that put this together, you know. Shout out to the Flamingos podcast for also presenting as well as Abu Dhabi
don't say
homegrown.
that about yourself. So
No, bro, shout out to us, bro. Shout out for the commitment. Shout out for the consistency. Shout out to everybody that also came through to our that mic. Shout out to everybody that came through and, you know, accepted our invites for these interviews. You know,
Hey, as for it being our first public experience, يعني,
it was a banger, to
bro,
me.
like,
As a first time.
يعني,
يا حبيبي لا بجد it was something that
we held it down.
I'm
I'm not
so
gonna lie, but
proud of.
I'm not even gonna play. We held it down.
No, for real.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of that. With that being said, we mentioned what what was your first show, favorite show over there?
Oh yeah,
concert.
it was 2 Chainz, of course.
Bro, 2 Chainz
not
put
even
a
gonna-
show that was a show, you know. And last day, Afroto, Balti, Tani, they killed it also on stage. By the way, Freak killed it. Shout out, man. Listen, something that I've also wanted to talk about is this stage sound that I talked to you guys about there, bro. The sound sounded good, you know. It sounded. I've been to events in the previous year, and the stage sound wasn't as good, but it sounded good, expensive, good, you know, to the ear. And it's something that I care about when I attend to an event or I go out or when I listen to music in a night out or whatever
crisp.
it is. It was good, you know. I think, and I don't know if you agree, that was a successful first year for Bred.
Yeah.
Which I hope to see more.
Yeah.
Bred and High Beast. Also, shout out to Bragg as well, High Beast, for putting this together. It's great. With that being said, so whatever session that we recorded over there, we're going to do a special release for our show over there.
Yeah.
With the interviews that we had, with the recordings that we had over there.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're working on that right now. But you know, it's 3 people working on that, so we need some time. We're working on releasing every interview that we did on the week that we don't have an episode. So we do have a bi-weekly, you know, releases.
Yeah.
In the week that we don't have anything, we're gonna release a video and an audio as well. That, you know, we'll call it as a Bred special for Bred makers, you know, special edition.
So
They're not going to be.
It's gonna be 1 week episode, 1 week special, 1 week
Yeah.
episode, 1 week special.
Exactly. By that, I hope everybody enjoys that. I hope you guys. There's a lot of people that we met that were interesting. There's a lot of people that we sat down and we actually learned from. And there's one takeaway that I personally, and we used to always hear, is that consistency.
Yeah. Bro, to me, it's that, and one of the things that I actually took away from it, that I from the interviews and a lot of people that we asked this question is that surround yourself with creative people.
Exactly.
Or with creatives.
It's very important.
دي حاجة that like for me, because you know I'm kind of in my
قاعد
own
مع ناس فارغين.
قاعد حاجة بالشكل ده. لكن نو قاعد مع ناس
يو.
براكتيكال اكثر مما هم
ما قصدي اي حاجه.
creative. سمعتوا؟ المهم so surround yourself with creatives. That's something that I actually
يعني
took in mind.
ياض بس anyway.
Creatives.
One of the but yeah, you know, surrounding yourself with creatives, being consistent, because with that you'll have that energy, you know, circulated all around. It'll you know bounce back, you bounce that energy
Juices
to
will
that
flow.
friend, he'll bounce that energy to someone else, bam, you know, and everybody helps everyone in that. Morally, physically, whatever it is, you know, you feel that energy that you have when you surround yourself with such a group.
Yeah.
But so filter down group. المهم.
What?
But yeah, so these releases inshallah are going to start from next week, hopefully.
next week, yeah.
inshallah, I really hope so. بس نخلص الحاجات.
I wanna call
Call out names. Shout out to everybody that helped us as well in doing footages and recording for us. Shout out, a special shout out as well to Galaxy Racer. For the space that they gave us over there, and I got to discover that we are the only podcast that was over there. And then they had their own, but then they had interviews, blah blah blah. But yet they knew who to get for or to represent Abu Dhabi. It's us.
Yeah.
You know,
I wasn't sure where you were going with that. Like
presentation that we did over there. So it was a success.
Man, the experience with Galaxy Racer, the welcome, the attitude, the whole thing
shout out.
That happened was great. Karak, shout out to the Karak. أنقذني. As a Sudanese, you know how important Shai al-Maghrib is for me.
Yeah.
So 6:30, or it was 6. I used to have my tea. ضابط جاهز ضبط. ده أهم حاجة كانت في الإيفنت.
أنا شايف كنت مخلص session between two sessions. Awab would just leave and come back after he's done from the Karak. But yeah, tried a couple stuff over there. But great event. First year, great one. I loved it. I had the chance as well to start maybe a new thing for me. I don't know if call me. You know,
nobody's gonna call you.
I'm sure I'm gonna.
Like, there is one thing
here and there, because you've seen my performance in emceeing a celebrity basketball match.
Yeah,
I think it was a good one. It was fun. I think. Okay, I'm not saying that it is.
I remember when you finished and you were like, كيف? And I was like, we'll talk about it later. And then we didn't get to sit.
يلا كريتيك. تفضل.
Okay. أول حاجة
from a person who knows emceeing.
From a person who knows basketball, bro.
Bro, I don't know the terminologies. I don't know
nothing about basketball.
I don't know shit.
بعدين أول حاجة.
Although I used to play, but then I never cared about it, so I forgot everything.
I think all you know is foul, بس.
No, man, I was just commenting, bro. I was just commentating on anything that was there.
And seeing you MC or whatever the fuck you were doing.
It was a new thing.
Whatever you were doing. Whatever you were doing. It kind of opened my eyes to something. أول حاجة you did a couple of things good and a couple of things very horribly.
Which is?
يعني your knowledge of basketball.
That's a given.
لا ما مهم you have a basketball game commentator.
It came as the last minute. And you know what happened. And I actually opened. Alley-oops. Okay, that's how it's done. 3-pointers. No, I know it's a 3-pointer, but then I also opened. Okay, that's how it's. I was like, because I never cared, bro. It's not my thing.
Terminology, bro. Like turnover.
I read what's the turnover. I was like, okay, the fuck.
You never said it once.
Yeah, because no one did the turnover. You saw the match itself.
Everybody did the turnover a lot.
Really?
كتير.
Wasn't a rebound?
الريباوند حاجة ثانية.
Exactly. See, I never cared. My goal in that was just to put on a funny thing or a funny adab for the people that are sitting. As an MC, I believe you create the right atmosphere for the people that are around you. You know, whomever is over there to be entertained. The people that are playing, they're putting on the show, right? You're there to spotlight
Okay.
on that show,
Okay.
right? And for the audience. And whenever I was emceeing, I used to look around, read the room, because it's very important for you as a person in whatever is in your life. When you're talking and there's an audience in front of you, you read the room, right? I used to read the room and I was like, okay, people are laughing.
Okay.
Things going well. Bench warmers are laughing as well. You know?
بس صراحة ظلموك في المايك.
ليه? What was it? Well, I couldn't hear.
It wasn't loud enough. It wasn't loud enough.
Yeah.
It wasn't clear. يعني
Well,
المايك كان واطي.
and you've
المايك
seen,
كان واطي and you had to shout a
and
lot.
you've seen how I lost my voice.
Yeah,
You know how
thankfully. Oh,
you've seen how hard I am at the craft, or how, but yeah, the next day I was like,
I remember I was going to the bathroom and then you did one of those squeals.
I was like,
حصل شنو؟
but yeah.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, bro. Okay, so what are the categories of proper MCing? هسه تقولهم لي since you are
No, I don't
a
know.
professional MC.
I'm not a professional MC. Just grab the mic and let me go.
One of the things that
what I mentioned is, I think, what it is.
one of the takeaways that I had from seeing this whole thing, even at Bred, because there was a lot happening. MCs
and
here
a lot
and
of
there,
MCs, and every
a lot of
function.
takeaways that I had is one of them was not a lot of people know how to MC, bro.
That's true. No, I agree.
A lot of people think that they are, but they're not, and it comes. يعني في حاجات كده أنا قاعد شفتها, whether it was with you or whoever was there, not even in Bred, like generally in life.
And events that you've been to.
Yes, in the region, you don't have a lot of
MCs.
A lot of people that know how to commentate or host.
You have people that do grab a mic and speak.
Exactly.
That's it.
Whereas minimal crowd engagement.
Yeah.
They end up making the whole thing about themselves.
True. Yeah.
I don't know why until they're bringing you to present and you're overshadowing whoever is there. The crowd doesn't give a shit about you. You sound obnoxious. You're presenting the facts in a way that's aslan people are not able to comprehend it, and it factors a whole lot in the whole show. يعني انت you could be presenting freaking يعني Michael Jackson عديل. If you're horrible, that comes into the show.
True.
That affects
because
your
it's a whole program.
Yeah. يعني and this is what I noticed. إنه when I see someone presenting an artist, if that presentation is bad, it's going to take me at least 10 minutes just to get that horrible presentation out of my
Or
head.
a whole function that is happening, even in the football games or the basketball games we've seen. Yeah, sometimes you just like.
It takes your interest away from it.
Yeah.
بس دي واحدة من
You lose focus. You start losing. See, this is why I told you, as an MC, I believe there is a show and you're spotlighting their show. So your role is to be the light on that show. You know, to put more people to be interacting with that. So all you do is interact with the people, you know, whatever it is, and that's it. Like, even I don't know. Listen, I don't know how I was doing, you know, at that time. And you saw how I was like, and everything happened all in a second.
I think what messed you up is the basketball terminology.
Yeah, and there was someone who didn't want to MC, and then last minute he pulled. He's like, and he wanted to go. It's not you. I'm not talking about. I'm talking to the other person who's at the court. No, at the court. That guy, and he wanted to share a mic, and then he came last minute to me, and he's like, "Khalas, you take it, all of it."
Huh?
I looked at him. I was like, okay. You know, because I was short, but I was like, okay, you know, and then took a seat, and he started looking at me, you know, every here and there. And I was like,
I was trying to figure out who he was. When you looked up, I was like, okay, now I know him. If you would have looked down, I was like, no, I wouldn't know him.
No.
Anyways,
Bro, it's all zen, it's all peace.
okay, yeah.
No shots, no, but you know, I'm talking about how it was going. That I was like, what I'm gonna do now, you know. And then last minute also came on a different day, and I was like, and then I was like, yo, they were like, do you have your accreditation for that? I'm like, no. I'm like, all right, let me just leave. You know, it was a bit. There was a miss in some stuff, but then
especially the second time was kind of a mess. Yeah,
but It's something nice. I liked. I can try it and do it again, but of course not in basketball. Maybe something else. But
Did you actually enjoy it?
emceeing, yeah. I love interacting. You know, when I am in a setting with people that know whatever is being done is just a show and entertainment, because that's how it is.
Yeah.
Professionally, that's how it is. You know, at the end of the day, if you know that I respect out of this, it's just entertainment. At the end of the day, I love doing that. You know, because there's not too many that do actually do that do really care about the audience.
Yeah.
You know, hence this podcast, for example, we've always talked about how there are people that do stuff for themselves. You know, do stuff for their own, do stuff for their own name, do stuff blah blah blah. But when we ever started this, we never come out and say, no, we're doing this for our name, we're doing this for our brand. Yes, it does fall under, but the main goal is to put out a show that is out there for the people to enjoy as an entertainment. You know, people do miss that.
Yeah.
And that's how I think. People in our region, people in this country, people in a whole industry that is entertainment, yet I don't think we really do understand what is an entertainment industry fully yet.
And I also when it comes to emceeing bizat, I also think a lot of people, not the crowd, like in the people who bring those MCs, a lot of people don't understand the art or the craft that comes into that side of it. انه the practice, الاتقان اللي انت لازم تتقنه عشان تقدر اصلا انك تعمل حاجه زي دي.
But you mentioned something that is really interesting, because also people are also not still aware of all of those stuff.
Yeah.
So for you to get them also interacting, because we've seen a lot of people also weren't as much interactive, you know, I mean, as an audience, even with the artists themselves. This takes so much time.
Yeah.
You know, this takes so much. So don't feel bad about that. Don't feel, you know, and that's everybody, as an artist or as an MC or as a presenter or as a whomever it is. It's a mantle up to you to understand how to get that crowd functioning. That's it.
Yeah.
That's your job. Don't come afterward and just say, they're not, interactive.
But bro,
There is also, yes, I understand, and there is education that should happen to the crowd, whatever. It takes time. What you have to do for now is you knowing how to get this crowd starting.
But still, the crowd here is kind of tough.
It is. It is a very tough crowd. It is a very tough crowd. You know why? Because you have a very diverse crowd over here. So the people that are attending that concert or that function, whatever it is, you don't have the whole 100% that are for this one function or that one artist, for example.
That's true.
You have people from Sudan, you have people from Libya, you have people from Syria, you have people from Egypt, you have people from Palestine that came for different stuff, yet everybody is over there to enjoy. So it's tough for everybody to know what that function or who that artist is, you know? But it's up to you to introduce, as an artist or as a person from the entertainment, to introduce these people and hype them up about it, you know? As an MC or a showman or whatever it is.
And and gravitate, get these people to gravitate towards
or
you.
to enjoy it, to Shazam it, to love it, to watch it, to YouTube it later on, you know, to whatever it is. So it's a process. It needs time, I believe, over here, but it's happening.
Yeah.
It's not something that's not happening.
بتغيظني the lack of interaction that happens, like when an artist says مثلا
and then he does the mic like that to the people and he looks okay.
or مثلا or makes some noise or bro, like you came all the way from, you picked an outfit.
No, I agree.
طلعت من البيت سكتة جيت بركنتها, you paid for tickets, nigga, just make some noise, bro. خسارة في شنو؟
Why would I make them noise? What is it? Moving on. So on a yearly basis, we touched down that there is a pot fest that happens in Dubai. Whenever we're invited. This year we are invited and we're going to be there.
Finally.
So on May 16, we're going to be attending as well Dubai Pot Fest that is done by Dubai Press Office, by Dubai Media as well on the 16th of May. Inshallah, we're going to be there. We're going to be attending. It's a whole event that has a lot of workshops, a lot of talks, a lot of from the podcast industry that is in the region, in the country, and it's something nice to be there for the first time.
Definitely, I'm so excited.
Let's see how it's gonna go. We're gonna come back and recap all of that and what happened with us over there.
Yeah, I wanna since like you said, we've been trying to go there for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
And last year we missed our invite.
Yeah.
So, bro, and it was. I remember the time that we missed that invite was literally yesterday.
Yeah, it
كان
was,
زي كأنه امبارح.
yeah.
لكن I'm excited to go, bro. I wanna see the other podcasters.
Yeah. I want to see the real. If people think that this is not really professional, I want to see what professionalism is in podcasting
بالضبط كده.
and putting a show. I understand there's a lot of production companies, blah, 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 but yo, this is different. Anyway. But yeah.
Alright, بس.
Yeah. Awab, we wanted to talk about that. Let's see. Misconception.
طيب في حاجة I think it's more of a PSA more than it is. I don't know if you want to chime in about it. Then feel free to do so.
Oh yeah, definitely.
لكن all right. To everybody that hears this, that is not from UAE, that has
Lives in the UAE.
that does not live in UAE. You guys need to understand that the Come to Dubai Habibi trend on TikTok
Oh.
is not real. Okay, it's real, but it's not what life
It's not
here
everything
is
in
about.
Dubai.
Yes, there are people with jobs, lives, families, problems. ناس طبيعية, ناس حقيقية على قولة صاحبنا,
Like us.
like us, that actually go to work, come back, pay rent, blah blah blah. The whole thing that happens to everybody else in the world. Not everybody here is rich with Lamborghinis and
It's similar to what Dubai Bling was, the controversy about it.
yes, and the whole thing around that.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a beautiful image to paint. Yes, all these things exist here.
But there's just like everywhere else.
ما أول ما تجي حيحصل لك كده.
Yes.
And I don't like that image is shown because it kind of gives it does give the glamour, the hope
definitely.
of glamour.
Even when I travel, people come and say, "Oh, you."
Yes,
Like, no,
but
guys.
it's not realistic.
Yeah.
You work hard to do that. You work hard to get there,
Just like any other place.
just like any other place.
Yeah.
فما تجي تفتكر إن الدنيا دي
سلطة.
سلطة.
But yeah, here you go. This an example that is living here right now.
Exactly.
Surprisingly, my cousin just came from Syria. He's over here.
Yeah.
He's amazed with everything, you know. But then when I come and talk to him about how we do actually work, blah blah blah, he goes down like, "Damn, that's how it really is. That's how you know." Like the accent. That's how it really is. That's how That's how That's how this and that. I'm like, yeah. Listen, and I've always thought about that. For example, Dubai, it is the place that has a lot of opportunities.
Yes.
You're hungry. You have a lot of you have a lot of ideas. You have a lot of hunger in you. You have a lot of stuff that you want to do. Yes, it is the place to be right now. One of the best places in the world, right? But it's not an easy cake to come.
Yes.
In a month or two, you'll be one of the richest. Nah, bro. Nah, it's not that at all.
Exactly.
We don't grab money from palm trees. We don't.
Exactly.
We don't live by the beach everywhere we are. We're not. Any of that.
And there's a culture you need to respect too.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
You meet a lot of people from everywhere, but respect is there. Respect is there. Everybody over here respects each other. All cultures respect each other. No one. And alhamdulillah, I don't see problems happening. And with those stuff. Which is great. Which is, yes, you have a chance to be here. You see a lot of those videos, clickbaits. You see a lot of videos that just want the likes.
Yeah.
Which is sad that you see a lot of people that believe in what they see through,
And that's actually the fact of what happens.
It is a city just like any other city, yet what makes it different is that it has a lot of opportunities, and it's up to you to utilize these opportunities or it's not.
And make something out of it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And tune to my book. I'm gonna write it. Khalas, stay hungry.
That's an opportunity too.
But it is a place. Khalas. But just like States, bro, it was a dream to everybody to go there. It's not a dream. It's
Are you
not.
sure
You know, magazine. But yeah,
heavy. Okay.
it's not. If you go there, yes, there are too many chances over there. You know, movies made it great for us. That whoa, I want to be there. You know, yet if you go there, bro, you need a lot.
Monster.
You need a lot. You know,
Yeah.
to get to where you've seen in that video. That most probably everything there was rented in that video anyway. You know, starting from the clothes to the rides to the room that this guy is in. I've never watched that video, by the way. Habibi come to Dubai or whatever.
No, it's an audio that's يعني,
Regardless, whatever
it's
it
added
is,
a lot
I've
of
never,
stuff, yeah.
I've never heard it. I've heard people talking about
I've
it.
seen it so many times,
But,
it got on my nerves. I felt like I needed to get it out of my chest. Like,
Feel free, bro. Feel free.
alhamdulillah.
But yeah. So okay, we're gonna tackle one of these for the sake of time, and I'm gonna talk about which one? You select and start.
I don't know. I think about the generated AI generated songs.
Let's go. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's a trend you've definitely seen.
Oh, 100%.
Kanye West, أيضا من
Ya
هالي.
Allah. And what irritates me the most is the Kanye to an Arabic song, generated song,
ليه؟
or Drake,
ليه؟
bro.
But there is, I don't know if he's doing it with AI, like in Khalifa Santo.
I've seen that video. Shout out to Khalifa Santo, by the way. That was it.
Bro,
By the way, this meme is one of my favorite. Ahmed Hizam. Bro, I love.
أحمد مرسي؟
لا أحمد مرسي اسمه؟
أحمد محسن.
أحمد محسن. يس. عندي صاحبي اسمه أحمد محسن وتعبان شوية وزعلان.
أحمد محسن.
يلا معلش بعد الفيديو ده أحمد محسن حيكون أحمد محسن حيكون. Yo, yeah, but shout out to Khalifa Santo with that AI generated song. It is something that is we've seen now for a while. A lot of streaming services are taking action with that.
Yeah.
A lot of labels are taking action with that. And it's something that is خلاص. اسمع, I'm fed up of that. I'm fed up from a lot of AI topics.
كفاية.
I'm fed up.
كفاية.
This shit is not really good for everybody.
There's one that I saw today. Literally, هسه قبل before we recorded. It's Kanye and Drake singing WAP.
See, when can see? This is where I meant not a lot of people will use these stuff and in the good way.
Just using it for nonsense يعني. يعني why would you want to hear Kanye and Drake
singing what?
لشنو بالضبط؟ أنا فيديو يعني معاها الفيديو.
Oh no way.
شفت البرفورمانس حقهم بتاع كاني ودريك.
Yeah.
بس it was mashed into that.
Listen, I'm not against AI once again, but I'm only with it if it's being used for something. And sadly, because we are 8 billion people on this earth, it's not going to be used in a good way, and we are going to see it being used in a bad way more than the good ones.
Bro,
It's crazy.
يعني
It's crazy. It's a crazy time. It's really. We're gonna be talking about also AI more often in our next episode.
Yes.
Due time concerns now, we're not gonna do that. But it's especially songs. Please, whomever is listening to this, please stop this.
Yes.
Please.
يعني على الأقل دي سخافة منه.
I've seen none that are really good. Maybe I've seen only one Jay-Z that Guru posted, AI generated song that was actually good. I was like, whoa. That's so legit. It sounded so legit. But the others, bro.
Yeah,
please stop it.
It's
please.
becoming ridiculous, but then
It's very
a lot
ridiculous.
of people are just using it to get hype for themselves.
It's very ridiculous.
You hear this unknown rapper with
Very,
Drake, بعدين فجأة تسمع تلقاه.
Or a rapper that على أساس Drake spoke about him.
But I wonder how record labels are going to be able to.
Yeah.
Especially streaming services are going to be able to tackle that, and it's going to be very difficult, bro. I mean.
Yeah, it's going to be insanely crazy. It's I don't know. And we've seen a lot of The Weeknd and Drake tracks now. It's just insane. But yeah, it is what it is. We're gonna speak about that later on. This one because his dad came out and said that it's not finalized. But you know what? Messi traveled to Saudi Arabia to shoot an ad.
Yeah.
And then PSG all of a sudden came out with statements that, He's not anymore they're not going to renew the contract next year. He's not in the vision anymore. And this is it for him. Next year he finds a new club. So
and they kind of punished him برضو from training sessions and stuff.
And at that time also as well news from Saudi Arabia that Al Hilal is signing with Messi next year. Yet his dad came out and said, which is his agent as well at the same time, he said that it's undecided yet. No one decided where Messi is going next year. By the end of this year we're going to decide where is he really going. What do you think he's going?
برضه he came out. Messi برضه came out with video and
apologized and he talked about the whole controversy. مسكين والله وحتى الفيديو شكله مسكين واقف كده.
رجال روحي منجز والله.
But what do you think? Next year, where do you think Messi is going next year?
Back to Barcelona, bro.
I don't think so. I think he's going to Saudi Arabia.
لا I don't think Messi.
I don't think Barcelona can get Messi next
bro
year.
If Barcelona can get okay, so I thought at first before this piece of news, I thought that Messi was gonna either stay in PSG or go to Barcelona, depending if Barcelona can work out their whole financial situation. فإذا كانوا ما قادرين, he'll stay in PSG. But now with this whole thing, with everything that's happening
next year. Anyway,
PSG is not happening next year, and if Barcelona cannot make it, cannot take care of the financial situation that they have with La Liga, I think then he would go to Al Hilal. Oh, it's 400 million a year,
bro.
وما year like it's 400 million. That's almost half a billion, bro.
It's crazy. A lot of stuff, bro. Anyway, it's just.
So you realize يعني أنت في النهاية خد في بالك إنه this is a guy that has a family that wants to provide for his family, even though he's filthy rich, has he?
And his family, I've read that his family want to go back to Barcelona. They're not feeling comfortable in PSG.
يا أخي رجع ويمشي السعودية حقه زي أزال make his 400 million.
Couple of years and I'm back. For
you're set for generations. عديني يا man with 400 million.
Bro. Wow.
Anybody who says who's gonna talk bad about this move to Saudi Arabia, never had to take care of anything in his life.
Wow. But moving on. Locker releases very swiftly. One of my favorite rollouts that are happening right now as we speak on a daily basis. And before we touch into that, Abusive's mother passed away, Allah yarhamha. And one of the legendary Kuwaiti singers as well, Abdul Karim Abdul Qadir, passed away, Allah yarhamha. We've always, spoke about legends in the music industry in the US, but as well we have to give also flowers, I believe, in legends in music in our region as well. And it doesn't constrain only in hip hop.
Yes.
It's outside because hip hop is new to us, or over here in the region. But Abdul Karim Abdul Qadir is one of my favorite people in the Khaliji genre music. He's from Kuwait, and Allah yarhamu.
Yes.
A legend for real, and that's it. That's what I have to say about it. But moving on. Ra2s Mal, which is a label that has Marwan Musa, Afroto, Karim Al-Daba, Karim Enzo, and Junio.
Uzo?
Karim Enzo.
Karim Enzo, okay.
Really, they all of a sudden, so 5 days ago, Marwan Musa shared on Instagram a report card, or was similar to a report, and I loved how this looks.
جدول المدرسة.
Yes, and dates, and it has releases, features next to it. So we're gonna have releases. We started having releases from the 5th of May until 29th
They're
of
talking
May.
about 6 artists, has it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 artists.
And it's crazy. I'm one of my favorite artists in Egypt, Marwan Musa, bro, and whole this how they're doing this is crazy.
Yeah, man. It's I like it when I see a record label going all out.
Yeah.
كده إنه يجوا ضخ يعني bro, they're gonna يعني they could own the market for the next phase.
Bro, it's insane. Another releases that we also have, Cali B, he released a song called Catch You Drift, Awab.
Pass, great, nice, hello.
Okay.
Heard it before.
Uh-huh.
Great.
Okay. the direction that he's going with that we've been seeing in the past 2 tracks as well.
Yes.
Similar direction.
The sound discovery is he's he's there. We used to talk about him trying different things and testing and finding his sound. I think he's getting there and there, or he's fitting his role in his sound very well now. His range is way much better. I'm liking the improvement. Yeah.
Tak Scorsese. It's hip hop, it's rap. Don't forget that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's hip hop, it's rap, and that's how Tak is.
It is.
But I hear a but over there. Not a fart, but I mean a but.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
Mixed.
Yes.
Okay.
يعني maybe because I gave it a few listens.
I spoke to Tak and I was like, "Yo, is this?" And then you're gonna disappear again. He's like, "Nope."
Yeah.
He has plenty coming ahead, and we've seen him in Bred, and he told us, right?
Yeah.
Like, "Yo, there's plenty that's coming ahead."
Yeah.
We're waiting.
I like that you can feel hunger in this one.
Always,
Yes.
and this is what I want to see in an artist. Always stay hungry. That's it. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to all these artists, man. Shout out to everybody for real. And yeah, well, have anything else that you want to talk about?
No, I think I got it covered. Everything's great.
So for this week, this was everything from us to you guys, to everybody out there that been tuning in and still tuning in with us. Consistency is gonna get there again. We promise. We'll be back 100%. We're here. We're never stopping, regardless of how things are happening. We apologize at the end of the day. But thank you to everybody out there that been tuning in week in, week out. Shout out to everybody out there that been, staying hungry. Shout out to everybody that is putting on his, time and effort in achieving whatever they want.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody out there that also we met in Bred event. Shout out to the makers of Bred event. Shout out to the whole community that we saw over there. We got introduced, meet, got inspired, learned, all of that. Shout out to all the creators. Shout out to all the, the hard workers. Shout out to all the artists over there, man. It's a beautiful time for these people, for us to witness, live, see, pave a way, do all of that. It's never hate in this show. It's never malice in this show. It's topics, content. It's for the audience. It is for the audience at the end of the day. I don't care about you. If you catch some feelings. You. Exactly. I care about the audience. They're enjoying this. Yo, thank you very much. I'm not here, to kiss ass. I'm not here to, all of that. But, we're doing what we're doing. It's just like anyone else doing whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
And with that being said, this is the Flamingos Podcast. This is Ziad.
And Awab.
And peace!